Renewable and exhaustible materials.
Renewable materials is a material made of natural resources that can be replenished generation after generation. They are also known as inexhaustible resources.
Around the world, renewable energy use is on the rise. And these alternative energy sources could hold the key to combating climate change. What is renewable energy? Renewable energy is generated from sources that naturally replenish themselves and never run out. The most common sources are solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, and biomass. Over 80% of the total energy consumed by humans is derived from fossil fuels. However, renewables are the fastest growing source of energy in the world. Renewable energy has many benefits. First, it can combat climate change because it creates no direct greenhouse gas emissions. The only emissions that they produce are indirect, meaning those that result from manufacturing parts, installation, operation, and maintenance. But even those are minimal. Second, renewable energy can decrease pollution and therefore reduce threats to our health. Wind, solar, and hydroelectric systems create no air pollution emissions, and geothermal and biomass energy systems emissions are much lower than non-renewable energy sources. Third, renewable energy is a reliable source of power. Because renewable energy sources are, well, renewable, they will never run out. Once built, renewable facilities cost very little to operate, and the fuel is often free. As a result, renewable energy prices tend to be stable over time. While renewable energy has many advantages, it is not without downsides. It is difficult for renewable energy sources to generate power on the same large scale as fossil fuels. Building wind farms and dams can disrupt wildlife and migration patterns and lead to ecological destruction. Both solar and wind energy are intermittent. They only generate power while the sun is shining or while the wind is blowing. Batteries can store excess energy for later use. However, they are often costly. While renewable energy presents some challenges, it also offers an environmentally friendly alternative to the greenhouse gas emissions and pollution of fossil fuels. And as advances in technology make renewable energy more accessible, affordable, and efficient, an end to climate change could be within our reach.
Exhaustible materials. Also known as non-renewable resource, is a natural resource that cannot be readily replaced by natural means at a pace quick enough to keep up with consumption.
Here are some examples of exhaustible materials.
We obtain energy from two different sources: renewable energy sources and non-renewable energy sources. Today we're going to learn about non-renewable energy sources. Non-renewable energy refers to the limited energy sources on the planet that don't replenish naturally. Coal, oil, natural gas, or nuclear energy are examples of non-renewable energy sources. In nature, there are limited resources of this type of energy. That's why they may run out with use. These are some of the most well-known non-renewable energy sources. Oil is found under the Earth's surface. It's a liquid substance formed by a mixture of hydrocarbons. Oil has a strong smell and dark color. Oil is used to produce fuels like gasoline or gas oil, which we use to power the engines of vehicles. Coal is a rock that is extracted from open-pit underground mines. It's a black substance formed by the fossilization of the dead remains of plants. When coal is burned, it produces heat. Natural gas is extracted from deposits found under the ground. We use natural gas to heat houses. Uranium is a chemical element extracted from underground shafts and mines. We use uranium to produce nuclear energy, which in its turn will later transform into electric energy. Non-renewable energies have disadvantages for the environment. For example, exhaust gases emit contamination gases in the atmosphere, which are harmful for the planet. As for nuclear energy, it is necessary to handle radioactive residues properly. When there's an accident related to non-renewable energy resources and residues, environmental catastrophes of great magnitude may occur, which are crucial for the Earth and all living beings. To reach the world energy objectives and help take care of the environment, it's indispensable to reduce the use of non-renewable energy resources and accelerate the transition towards renewable energies.
Renewable energy, often called clean energy, comes from natural sources or processes that are constantly replenished, such as sunlight, wind, rain, tides, waves, and geothermal heat. While these are typically seen as very advantageous because they are natural and don't run out, there are advantages and disadvantages to many. First, let's explore the advantages of renewable energy. Advances of renewable energy. Unlike non-renewable energy, renewable energy sources will never run out. Renewable energy technologies use resources straight from the environment to generate power, making them sustainable and abundant natural resources. Another advantage is that renewable energy saves maintenance and operating costs. Renewable energy facilities generally require less maintenance than traditional generators, like fuel-powered engines. When you're using a technology that generates power from the sun, wind, steam, or natural processes, there is no need to refuel. A big advantage is that renewable energies don't damage our planet. They produce minimal or no waste products and don't contribute to global warming. This means an overall positive impact on the natural environment. Finally, there are many economic benefits to many regional areas. Most renewable energy projects are located in regional areas far away from the big cities. These are all great advantages of renewable energy. Renewable energy has many benefits, but have you ever wondered what can be disadvantages of using renewable resources? Here are some disadvantages to using renewables over traditional energy generation. Disadvantages of renewable energy. First, the electricity generation capacity is still not large enough. It's difficult to generate the quantities of electricity compared to traditional forms of energy generation like fossil fuels. This may mean that we need to reduce the amount of energy we use or just build more energy facilities. This also shows that the best way to solve our energy problems may be to balance many different power sources. Additionally, unreliable weather can affect energy supply of renewable energy. Some days may be windier than others. The sun doesn't shine at night, and droughts may occur for periods of time. There can be unpredictable weather events that disrupt these technologies. When these resources are unavailable, so is the capacity to make energy from them. Finally, renewable energy requires a huge financial outlay. The current cost of renewable energy technology is also far in excess of traditional fossil fuel generation. Currently, the cost of renewable energy technologies far exceeds than traditional fossil fuel power generation. So like most things, there are both pros and cons to renewable energy. Do you think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? It is important to reflect on ways that we can better take care of our planet while looking at all angles of the situation.